back to part 2. We're actually going to be using the Grillmeister from Lidl's. So I've got my dough fermenting for 3 days. It's just come out of the refrigerator. And it's exactly the same recipe as I used on the link that I'll put in the comment section below. So we can see the difference in cooking it in a conventional oven, which we could, the instructions have said this is an option to use the top of the cooker to heat up the Grillmeister, but we're not going to do that. This is my trusted barbecue. A little bit of rust there, but that's not a problem. We're not going to be using the barbecue because it's just going to take too long, a little bit laborious. We're going to go straight on to the gas burner. So I've got a burner in the back garden and I'm just going to simply put the Grillmeister on top of that and light it up. So let's just turn it on, and I'm very apprehensive. I want to do things very carefully. So I'm just going to, we have 3 nozzles on there. So we're just going to heat that up. Just make sure that's getting warm. It won't take a moment to know. So I'm going to do this very slowly and carefully. So we have fire. I'm not sure whether I should be wearing goggles for this. But let's just heat it up nice and slowly, get the whole thing warm, and then we'll adjust the temperature. We've got a few options here. So don't worry if you're using the barbecue or the top of a conventional oven. Heat is heat. Like I said in part 1, I don't really like warm, ideal and hot. I'd rather know what that actually means. So I've got my little thermometer. Sorry, it's not so sophisticated, but it's going to work. And I just want to see what temperature we're getting, because any hotter than a home oven is going to be a big improvement. And that's starting to rise. So it's getting ideal. It's been about 5 minutes. I've got a wasp right in front of my face. Hope it doesn't sting me. And what does just under ideal mean? Oh yes, that's great. So I've got my flame on very low and it's already as hot as my conventional oven. So check out my first video of how I made some serious pizza. It's about a 45-minute video. It has about a 10-step pizza cooking method that really got me great results, and we're going up to 250. What does 250 mean? Ideal. So that's very, very promising. So that's been about 10 minutes now, and look at that amazing temperature of about 370 degrees centigrade. Ideal. So yes, I know for the Puritans I didn't have my pizza dough balled up, but look what we've got. We've got very nice stretchy dough. We've got our peel and we've got some corn flour. So what we're going to do is just, if I can find my spoon, we're going to just look at the dough. Wow, nice and stretchy. Just follow the recipe that I put on the first video. 350 degrees. My little oven here in the kitchen could not possibly get up to those levels. So that's fine with the tomato. Now I've had my mozzarella draining, excuse fingers, full of flour and hard work. Let's just top the pizza. I'm so excited. And what we're going to do, we're going to put classic Neapolitan, so we're going to keep it nice and simple, margherita. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit on the crusts as well. So you notice when I made the home video, I put the tomato sauce on and then put it into the oven. But with temperatures like this, we can add all the toppings, not a problem. Now, how are we going to get this onto the peel. I know it'll take some practice, and that looked a little bit sloppy, but this is my first attempt. This is a real video channel. I don't practice anything first, which makes it quite interesting. So we've got our pizza, and we're just going to take it outside now. So we've got 440 degrees. Wow, let's just hope. I know that's going to be mighty hot. Let's put it just to the side. I told you this is a rustic channel. So now we're just going to put our pizza in, and let's hope this little paddle does its job. Did I put enough corn flour on? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But honestly, that's starting to smoke already. So, amateur mistake with this type of cooking. I didn't put enough cornmeal. You can use rice flour as well onto the paddle, and it wouldn't come off. So what I've done is just placed it in. I know people are going to hate me for it, but that's what happened. But if you can see, the temperature was on about 450 degrees and everything's bubbling. So I'm just going to leave that. We'll have a look and just call this the first attempt. We'll come back and do a proper one in a moment. So please don't be too hard on me. That was my first attempt. So we're going to have to put more corn flour on the peel, and as somebody described it the other day on the uni community, corn flour is like little ball bearings, so you get a lot more movement. So I've turned this around a couple of times with a spatula, but one thing I can say, it's really interesting. If you've been using a conventional oven for pizza already, look at the puffed crust. It's absolutely fantastic. It'll take a little bit of skill and a little bit of practice to get this right, but this is my first attempt, and you really get that pizza smell, which is fantastic. This is one of the things I didn't get right earlier. Put enough corn flour on the paddle. So it won't look like that, but not bad. So it's a little bit of trial and error, but even on my second attempt, I'm really happy with that pizza. Once you've got the corn flour right, you'll see it sizzling away. Absolute deliciousness. And when you're using a home oven before, this is a vast improvement. Yeah, you're going to get some charring on the heat-proof board, but that's not a problem. You can, sandpaper it off or turn it over. So that's literally smoking. So let's just take it out. Wow, we've got a string of cheese there. A little bit of basil, and there's nothing wrong with that pizza at all. So I'm really happy with my purchase. It's taken the end of the second video to say that, but absolutely ecstatic actually. Should we have a look at the crust? Nice and crispy. Let's see what's... Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So thank you very much for watching. You can make your own mind up whether this Lidl's Maestro pizza oven is for you. I'm delighted with it. Thanks for watching.